Okay, what's up, y'all? So I had the PS5 for a little bit over a week now, so I'm pretty sure y'all want to hear my impressions, right? Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna see when you copy PS5 and you gotta go through the setup process is the UI. You probably seen it before, you probably seen it on my channel or maybe somewhere else on YouTube. But the UI is nice. I do like it more than the PS4's UI. They got the store built into the actual UI instead of it being an app. And it seems to run a lot more seamlessly. One thing that I do miss about the PS4 that's not on the PS5 is the folders. For example, like, I don't know why this is happening. I don't know if I'm able to change this or whatever. You can leave it in the comments below if you know any information about it. But when on the UI on the right, when it first started up, on the right hand side, you'll see like all the games that I guess you regularly play, or maybe you have a disc in the console. You'll see them on there, but to the left of that you'll see a whole bunch of like gray games, because when I first got my PS5 I wanted to download old digital games that I had to see how much of a performance boost that they got, whether it be load times, visually, or whatever. So I downloaded a whole bunch of games and tried them out and deleted them. But the thing is, they didn't delete. Like they deleted, but the icon is still grayed out on the UI, and it just makes the UI look more cluttered, and it's stuff up there that I'm not using. I deleted it because I don't want to see it, don't want to play it, and it's still on the dashboard or still on the UI. So that's one thing that's kind of annoying. Other than that, I do like the UI. There are a few things that I know in the future will be patched. It's as far as turning off the console. We used to be able to hold the PlayStation button and or Xbox button, and you'll get a turn off, restart, or rest mode menu. But with this system, you actually have to press the button, scroll over to the right, hit the power button, then you get that menu. So it's a few things on the UI that could be a lot more easier. It's no big deal, but it's worth a mention. The headset. I do have the 3D Pulse headset. Last gen I had another Sony headset that I liked a lot, but it is nothing compared to this 3D Pulse headset. It's retails at $100. If you ask me, it's definitely worth the money. I'm not a headset connoisseur, so I don't know everything about headsets and the Astros are the best and this is the best, but I do know I spent $100 on that headset, and I am a very happy customer. A lot of people I know with PS5 have the same headset, and it works pretty damn good, man. It sounds crazy. I can't really describe to you the sound of stuff, but I can say the 3D audio technology is crazy. It works really good in Call of Duty. I use it every time I play it in PUBG. So big thumbs up for the headset. If you ain't got a headset and you can afford it and you can go out and dish out that $100, do it. Thumbs up by me. The charging dock. See, this is a weird generation. It's like, with how hot the PS5 is right now, I feel like this generation has the biggest adapt rate as far as accessories. Everybody that I know that got a PS5 got a headset with it, got a charging dock with it. A lot of people got cameras with it, and we'll get on the camera next, but I don't remember that with the PS4. I don't remember that with the PS3. People buying media remotes. What do you need a media remote for? So back to the charging dock, man. The charging dock looks nice. You know what I'm saying? It's a really unique structure, just like the PS5 itself, but it is not like the charging dock I had on my PS4, where I can just insert the little tab into the back of my controller and I'll just throw it on the charging dock and be good. Walk out the room, come back, it's charged. This one, I'm not saying it doesn't charge good, but as far as connecting your controller to the dock itself is difficult. You damn near have to calibrate it. Like every time I put it on there, I'm like turning it and twisting it until I hear that click, then it's in there, which is kind of inconvenient. And I'm not the only person that has said this. If you can relate, leave it in the comments below. But I like it, but if I had to rate this controller the charging dock out of a 5, I'd definitely give it like a 3 because of that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm being too critical, but I just like to throw it on there and be on my way. With this thing, it's just too much. It looked nice, you know, it's inexpensive, but it's definitely not user friendly. If you can relate, leave a comment below. Now the HD camera, I did get the HD camera. A few of my other friends got the HD camera. Right now, unless you're doing like streaming or something like that, there's really no use for the camera. I always get cameras. Every generation I get cameras, and it's funny because the only generation that I use the camera the most is the PS3. And for all my throwback OG fans that was here from day one, y'all know I use the PSI to make YouTube videos and stuff like that, man. Y'all can go check out the backlog and see what I'm talking about. But as far as the camera quality, it is an HD camera, but the quality is kind of buttocks. So is it worth the $60? I would say no. But if that's what you into, if you like buying the cameras every generation like myself, hey, have at it. 60 bucks. Last but not least, the controller. The controller is the cherry on top when it comes to next gen. It's a completely new build, completely new features, haptic feedback, adaptive triggers. It's crazy. You know, before I had the PS5, I heard a lot of people talking about it, and I was like, you know, I wasn't necessarily sold. I was excited for it, but you know, people, oh my god, it actually feels like you're walking through sand. It actually feels. So I'm like, all right, man. Other people, they just excited putting extras on it, but I lied to you not, y'all. The adaptive triggers, no, the haptic, both of them, both of the features are insane. And you know, one word that I'm like kind of sick of when developers is talking about games is immersive, because you know, they trying to, it sounds good, but a lot of times people aren't really immersed in the game. But with the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, yeah, it is crazy. So okay, Call of Duty, for example. You know, I'll be honest with you, when I first played it, I didn't like it because it was something I wasn't used to. When you sprint and you stop, the controller will jolt. Just like if you sprint in real life, you run, and if you stop like immediately, you take that one hard step. And I guess that is what it's trying to mimic or whatever, but I got used to that. And the aiming is actually a little bit of resistance on the trigger, and it's a little bit of resistance of when you're aiming down the sights, which is, I mean, y'all already know that I go to the gun range every now and then, so I have experience with this, and it is very, very accurate and realistic, and it will bring you into the game, which is crazy. It is optional if you want to turn it off, but I suggest you leave it on. I personally leave it on. I like it a lot, and it's insane. The rumble motors, I haven't looked at a controller breakdown, but at the beginning of Sackboy: A Big Adventure, in the very beginning of the game, you know, like the evil dude, I forgot his name, Vex or whatever his name is, he got like this big suction machine, or he was like sucking everybody up from the town that Sackboy was in. And the suction machine was like, the air was coming in like in a spiral, and I could feel the like a spiral vibration in the controller, which blew my mind, man. I'm like, Sony, you've done it. I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is the cherry on top when it comes to next generation. This is what makes you feel like you are there in the next generation, besides the 60 frames and 120 frames and the marvelous graphics. Yo, this controller is the cherry on top, man. A lot of people talking about that that it goes. I won't even say a lot of people. I heard this from people reviewing the PlayStation, like IGN and all the other websites. They were saying that the controller dies pretty quick, which is, that makes sense because, you got all this different type of feedback from footsteps, gunshots, cartwheels, and shit like that. So it makes sense. It's constantly rumbling. I got 2 controllers. I got a charging dock, so I just swap out. I have yet to do that because when the controller's dead, I'm pretty much done playing the game. So it usually lasts me a couple days. If I need to swap out, I just swap it out, and that's that. Controller, 50 thumbs up. Love it. Alright, so let's get into the games, man. I start off with Black Ops. It is a third-party title, so on every other console. And I think it's pretty cool. I needed a multiplayer game to start off the next gen, and that was the one I got. And you know what to expect from Call of Duty, but as far as only thing I don't like about it, that I have to implement the actual UI into the game, is sending invites. When you go to party mode, when you're in your lobby and you go to try to send another friend that's on the game an invite, their name never pops up. It just says no players online. Then you have to go to the UI, go to the game hub, go to the player's name. I wish you can just go to the player's name and just press like square or X or something and just send them an invite. You can hop back in the game, but you got to go to their name, go to invite to game, then another weird menu pop up when it has 2 invites to the same game, which doesn't make any sense. Then you send it that way. But yeah, we just spoke about the controller, the haptic feedback, and the trigger. So yeah, that's what I'm playing right now. It's pretty sweet. I got more to say about it, but I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna save it for last, man. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. The graphics crazy, frame rate crazy, game enjoyable. I highly recommend this game. It's real fun, 3D platformer. It's real nostalgic. Bring you back into the Crash Bandicoot days. So had to cop that. Same thing, Assassin's Creed. That screen tearing is kind of insane, and I've been hearing like gamers argue over which system is, well, it's not really which system is performing better on, because that's PS5 obviously, but it's not bad on Xbox. So this whole little look, man, y'all don't want it's a few videos, a few specific type of videos that I wanted to put out, but I'm like, you know what, I don't want to go back to my old self, man. I don't want to start another console war. I got people in the comments talking about, I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm gonna stay, hey, we're in a better place now, man. We're all happy, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, Assassin's Creed is dope, man. It does have a few issues, but that's not really destroying my experience with the game. I play it every day. I like it. And yeah, thumbs up for Assassin's Creed too. Okay, so we got to get to the nitty gritty. We got to get to what everybody is talking about with both systems, is the crashing, the bricking, all the problems that's going on with these systems. And it has struck this household, man. I almost had a fucking heart attack, man. Okay, so let's start off with the first one. This is the same night of the Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane battle. I'm sitting at this very desk watching it on my my iPad. So I download one of the old games I downloaded to see if it had any performance any performance upgrades and the graphics and frame rate and stuff like that. Was Gran Turismo 7. Or one of them, I forgot which, was it 7? I don't know. It was Gran Turismo. So I downloaded it, played a few races or whatever, and I was like, all right, cool. Still look lovely. And I go to the switcher to switch it over to Call of Duty. I switch over, press the thing, turn back around to my desk, and I continue to watch the Young Jeezy versus Gucci Mane versus. And I turn around, console off, TV black screen. I'm like, oh my God, man. Talk about anxiety. Talk about being scared. Talk about pain. And this is a few days after I got my PS5. So I'm in my head, I'm thinking my console just like died. It just bricked or something like that. I didn't hear it shut off or anything. It was just turn around like. So basically what happened, well, I don't know what happened, but console crashed, turned completely off. I had to press the power button, then it turns on, and only thing you see is the white light. Or no, it rebuilds the hard drive. It had to rebuild the external hard drive as well. And then the white light turned on, black screen. You turn off the console, then it does the reboot. It has the report screen. You want to report what happened, blah, blah, blah. Then you go back to the regular, PS5 UI. Scared the shit out of me. That's not the only time that happened. This happened yesterday. What game was I playing? Oh, Call of Duty. I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm in the middle of a match. I'm killing on Nuketown. I'm rocking the Uzi, murdering shit. And at the end of the game just cut off. You ever heard? It made a crazy ass sound too. It was like a speaker blew out. It was like, and it just went straight to black. Console off, TV straight black, and I was like, am I gonna have to stop playing this? Am I gonna have to pull out the Stadia until they patch this shit? Am I gonna have to play the Xbox that hasn't arrived yet? To extend the life of my PS5. So this is happening with both systems. I was actually gonna make a video about how impressed I am with the Xbox's launch, and how they were having less problems than the PS5, but now that more people are making reports, it seemed like they on the same level. And one of the things that my friend pointed out to me, he was like, yeah, Miles Morales was messing up a little bit if you had the PlayStation in rest mode or whatever, and this was happening with that, and this was happening with that. But he was like, Javen, if Xbox actually had some games, they would probably be having the same problem. And I didn't think about that. If they had, let's just say Halo was out, let's say Gears of War 6 was out or something like that, they probably would have the same problem. And I did not think about that. So that's one bad thing everybody knows about being an early adopter to new consoles. You do have to go through the tough times. I am enjoying the PS5 a lot. I am so fucking thankful I got this shit. But yeah, that is one downfall of having or being an early adopter. For all the people out there that don't have a PS5 and they over there belly aching and stuff like that, don't trip. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you, but hey man, it's not even worth it, man. Wait half a year, blah blah blah. This thing is a shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm having a blast. I'm on it every day, but don't feel the need like you need to go out there and get it. The smart thing, these consoles could have been delayed until Q1 2021. Would have been perfectly fine. But let's just say that really did happen, and somebody asked me like, hey man, if these consoles could have came out late last year, would you have wanted that? And I'd be like, yeah. So it all depends on the way you look at it. But if I was, for the people that don't have it, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? For the people that do want it and don't have it, I feel like, oh damn, I'm not even gonna make a comment on that, because I keep hearing people saying that they won't be in stores until like spring of next year. So best of luck to you, man. I know these scalpers is doing a number out there, and just keep your head up, brothers. Yeah, so anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. I mean, people have been saying they like longer videos, but that is my first impression of the PS5. I only had it for a little bit over a week now, and I'm loving it, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm loving it, and I'm about to hop on it right after I make this video. So appreciate y'all watching the video, man. Y'all make, oh, I gotta give this thing away. I forgot I said I was gonna give this thing away. I don't even know how to do it. Okay, so I got a Xbox coming in pretty soon, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. See, now we're gonna go from PS5 impressions to something completely different. The Xbox, this was a rough start for them. They ain't got shit, no games whatsoever. Shit is bricking. They got worse performance, and they claim to be the most powerful console. I put up a poll, and I really have no reason to have an Xbox right now. I'm completely 135% content with my PS5. Y'all tell me why I should keep the Xbox One. I mean the Xbox Series X. Somebody give me the best answer of why I should keep it and what I should look forward to with the Xbox Series X, and you can win this Google Nest. I'll send it straight to your crib, and that's all you gotta do. It's like being in school, man. Make a little essay for me, and the best response will get this. I'll even let y'all pick the best response. So let's cut this video, man. Appreciate y'all watching, man. Peace until next time. If you want to show your appreciation for the content, you can donate via Cash App or the PayPal